Hello everyone, Daniel here, and my god, that was a hell of a night of champions. I will say this, didn't expect it to go the way it went, so it's now time for me to do this review. I'm pretty tired, as you can probably tell. I've just finished watching Night of Champions, and it's gonna obviously, with it taking place on Saturday, I got Monday to watch on Raw. Raw on Tuesday, I beg your pardon. But yeah, let's review WWE Night of Champions as we go on to the first match. And the first match to appear on Night of Champions was the King of the Ring final. And I will say it was awesome. It was very quick paced. I feel like it was rushed. I don't know if either Randy or Cody were injured, but I think Cody came off the superplex and landed really hard. But I feel like this was like a work compared to a shoot. But it was a great back and forth type of match. RKO's, disaster kicks, Cody cutters, even a crossroads or two, and still everyone was kicking out too. Randy was the one that was getting the most frustrated though, as he was like, I can't be dealing with this. I'm gonna use a fucking chair. I don't care if Cody wins. The referee called him in the act and said, hey, give me that chair back. And so as he was placing the chair outside the ring, Randy exposed the turnbuckle, was gonna use it by slamming his head against, slamming his head against the turnbuckle. And, well, yeah. Let me just say it backfired as he went for the RKO afterwards, but then got reversed and pushed into the exposed turnbuckle himself. Cody hits the crossroads, 1, 2, 3, and is the new king of the ring, and will go to SummerSlam to face the undisputed WWE champion. And well, we are going on to the first women's match of the night. As up next, it was Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight, and it was exactly as good as you think it would be. It's Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez. What do you expect? There was moments like when Rhea got her head slammed into the steel steps. There was multiple. I think there was even at one point where Rhea got caught up in the ropes. I mean, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. I loved every single minute of it, even the finish where there was a table that was set up in the corner, and not very well because the referee had to step in and hold it there, but you couldn't really see that. But yeah. Rhea Ripley hits the Riptide off of there, pins her 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. Rhea Ripley for the win. Well, up next, it's all gas and no brakes. You know what I mean? As the United States champion, Jacob Fatu defends his United States Championship against Solo Sikoa, and I gotta tell you, this match was awesome. A lot of back and forth action, and, Samoan versus Samoan. And, well, let's just say that this match didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. But, of course, there were shenanigans, as per usual, As per usual. As we had JC Mateo come out and try and distract the referee at one point, as Jacob Fatu was on the top rope, and out comes this hooded guy. As per usual, it's always someone in a hood. It's always that. And there he is, the GOAT himself. It's Tongaloa! And even Tongaloa couldn't get the job done. Jacob Fatu kicks out at 2. And he goes absolutely wild. He does the Impaler DDT onto Solo. He climbs the top rope. He hits the moonsault. But again, there's distractions from Tongaloa and JC Mateo as the referee is distracted by that. And there's the 1, 2, 3. It should be all over. Nope. Yeet. And we get here, Solo gets yeeted outside the ring by this big, massive Tonga-looking person. And it's this guy called Tala Tonga. He's about 7 foot. He chokeslams Jacob for a table. He gets him back in the ring. Solo hits him, Jacob Fatu with the Samoan Spike. And it's all over. 1, 2, 3. New United States Champion Solo Sikoa. And the next match was a match that could have been on Raw or SmackDown, but it wasn't. It was on Night of Champions, and it was Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn. And I must say, this was a really good match. I feel like that this rivalry isn't done, though, even though in a minute I'm going to say that who won, but it was a back and forth type of matchup. Even Karrion Kross got a big, he was all over Sami Zayn. He wanted Sami Zayn to say, "Hey, admit that I'm telling the truth." He put him in the cross jacket. He gave him the sunbow suplexes over and over again, and Sami just didn't back down. And you know what? In the end, it was Karrion Kross's overdoing as he let himself just get too cocky for himself, and it ended up costing him the match. And it was one haluva kick later, and Sami Zayn gets the free, and that's it, a victory for him. But I feel like this is not over between these two, not in a long shot, but I will have to find out on Monday Night Raw to see where this goes. And of course, the semi-main event, ladies and gentlemen, it was the Queen of the Ring finals, and this was again a back and forth type of match. There was nothing special about it. There was no mystifying events happening between Jade Cargill and Asuka. It could have gone either way. I mean, Jade Cargill almost tapped out, but she didn't. She overcame Asuka, as the ending of the match was basically Asuka going for the running hip attack, and she got caught by Jade Cargill, got hit with Jaded in what was a very sloppy pin, but okay, it was the outcome that was supposed to happen anyway, and Jade Cargill became your brand new Queen of the Ring, and will face Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam. And of course, the main event was, of course, John Cena versus CM Punk, as John Cena defends his WWE Championship against CM Punk, a rivalry of the ages. It's been over 10 years, I think, since CM Punk and John Cena faced last. They've been hyping this up as the yin and yang story, where I believe that the yin, the light of side of things, was all John Cena out to this point, and the yang was CM Punk. And now the tables have turned here at Night of Champions, as it's the yin in CM Punk and the yang in John Cena. How poetic is this? This is a topsy-turvy land. We never thought we would see a heel John Cena taking on a babyface CM Punk. My God, it's 2011 and 2014 all over again. I can tell you what, this match was as good as it can get. And John Cena tried to put CM Punk away. Attitude adjustment after attitude adjustment, and STF, everything he threw at CM Punk just kept on getting up. 2 count after 2 count. CM Punk kept on coming back up. And of course, John Cena went to the well too many times. He did his traditional shoulder tackles. Punk dodged it, knocks out the ref, and then that's when Seth Rollins comes down. He does that old signature taunt that he used to do when he was the Visionary. Which I thought was to bring out Braun Breaker and Big Bronson Reed. They started to beat up Cena and Punk and everything, and then of course Penta comes out, and then he gets taken out by Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn from earlier on. He comes out, he takes out Braun Breaker, and they're beating each other up, and Penta takes up both of them. Bronson Reed goes to take out Cena, but he's not able to do that because everything just. I think Jay used. So I can't. Everything just loses your goddamn mind. Everything. It's all chaos. And then we got CM Punk and John Cena in the middle of the ring. Obviously, with Seth Rollins, trying to cash in, signaling for a referee, and John Cena takes him out, and you got CM Punk and John Cena in the middle of the ring. He shakes his hand, hugs him a bit. Cena tries to go for the low blow. Punk catches him. He says, "No, you ain't. I'm not falling for this." Goes to hit the GTS, gets clobbered by Seth Rollins, and John Cena takes out Seth Rollins, throws him on the outside, and pins CM Punk for the victory, retaining the WWE Championship. It was chaos, but it was controlled chaos. Will CM Punk get revenge on Seth Rollins on Raw? We will have to see. We will have to wait and see. That is it. That was my review for Night of Champions. And with Evolution coming up, and SummerSlam and Saturday night's main event coming around the corner, this is going to be big. I'm going to watch Monday Night Raw on Tuesday to see what happens there. But that is it for Night of Champions review. And I think the next pay-per-view is Evolution. And I will make my predictions for that. The all-women's pay-per-view as well. So we will have to see what happens and what matches are made for that. And until next time, goodbye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this one, then feel free to watch the previous one. And if you want to watch the playlist, then click on the playlist that's on the screen now. Also, feel free to like, share, and subscribe.